Dave's speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. The title is Did You Know? What If It Could Save Your Life? Please help me welcome Dave.
Fellow Toastmasters, area director. I'll make one correction to my introduction. I didn't commute to Manhattan for 30 years, only 10 years.
Okay.
I moved here from Virginia 10 years ago.
Okay.
Anyway. Pulse electromagnetic frequency therapy. That's what PEMF stands for. That's what this device is. I'm not going to hang myself. I'm going to demonstrate the technology. If I turn it up, see my hands moving. That's the technology. That's my muscles firing.
Oh, wow.
That will go for 3 minutes. The woman at the top of the poster is a naturopath in North Jersey who was temporarily, about 1.5 years, my sister-in-law. I learned about the technology about 3.5 years ago when she brought it down to Brunswick County because she thought it might help my mother recover from her Parkinson's. Unfortunately, I believe we met her about 2 years too late for my mother. She passed away a little over 3 years ago. But I believe this technology belongs in every medical office, regardless of specialty, every skilled nursing care facility, hospital, you name it. Unfortunately, mainstream medicine doesn't understand how the technology works, and there's no drugs involved. When shortly after I learned about the technology, I got a booth with the company that developed the technology at South Carolina Chiropractors Convention in Myrtle Beach. At that convention, sold 2 of these $20,000 machines to chiropractors. Both of them were named, last name was Dong, D-O-N-G. Dr. Jinli Dong is a woman who has 2 clinics in Myrtle Beach. She has a medical degree from China, so she can't practice here. She also has a chiropractic degree from South Carolina. 2 business entities in the same building. Downstairs is traditional chiropractic and acupuncture. Upstairs, room full of Chinese herbs, different business entity, a US trained medical doctor, hyperbaric chamber, lots of technology. They were already treating people for everything, including cancer. This device immediately became part of her cancer protocols. The technology has been approved for about 40 years to help bone fractures heal more quickly. My facility in Wilmington is wellness and pain management. Pain management's kind of a catch-all phrase. Can't say that I cure anything. I'm not a doctor. I make that very clear to people. Before I put this around my neck, I left my credit cards, my key fob to my car, and my cell phone over there. It's a 3-minute cycle, so I know I'm halfway through my time. Anything that a magnetic pulse might interfere with, you don't want that on your body when you're using the technology. 2 contraindications. We don't like to do the therapy on pregnant women. Everybody's afraid of pregnant ladies with anything holistic. And you can't have a battery-operated implanted device like a pacemaker because the magnetic pulse might interfere with that. Every brand that I'm aware of has been developed by a retired NASA scientist. That's when the technology started becoming popular in the United States. Early 60s. We sent people up. The longer they stayed, the sicker they got. NASA discovered it's because they were away from the magnetic field of the Earth. If you're away long enough, organs shut down and you die. There's now technology like this in every spacecraft. The gentleman who owns the Pulse for Life company is a retired NASA scientist in Southern California. There's also a home unit that's about a quarter of that size, half the intensity, and about $7,500 instead of 20 grand for a brand new one. In the book, The Truth About Cancer by Ty Bollinger, here's one of it's called, Why is PEMF so important? Well, for starters, the entire functionality of the cellular system is dependent on it. Everything your body needs to live comes to a screeching halt when this vital source of energy is missing. And one of the symptoms of the damage caused by this lack of energy is cancer. I haven't sold a lot of the big machines. I have 3 of the little ones. My father uses it every day. I believe that's one reason why he is still alive. He's been using it for about 3 years. He walks around better. He and my mom were in a facility for about 5 months in Wilmington. He had started using it while he was there, and people who hadn't seen him for a while say, Dale's getting around better. What's going on? So I'm not dazzling you with my presentation technology. I hope I'm dazzling you with this technology. When I had lunch with Stephen and told him about some of the things I do when I was first joining this club, when I mentioned Dr. Dong, he said, oh man, I was gonna tell you about her, because he knows Dr. Dong. So I'm looking for people who can help me get this technology around. That's one of the reasons I'm utilizing my office in Wilmington. And the closest I've come to a mainstream doctor is Dr. Williford, whose office is a pain management guy within a mile of here. He wanted to talk to the owner. We're still working on things. It's been about a year and a half. In addition to being a medical doctor, he has a PhD in physics. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're curious about the technology.